Hello, friends. This is Mimi Jarina with Keller Williams Realty Community Partners, and I want to come to you today with a quick marketing update. Specifically, let's focus on the days on the market in this conversation. Now, before we explore this graph, let's discuss what days on the market mean, and specifically, as this graph says, the median days on the market. So our median days on the market in real estate refers to the days that property is actively listed for sale before it goes under contract. So with the median representing the midpoint of all of the properties in a given data set. So example, if you have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then the middle point is 30, you have some houses that are selling a little bit quicker, and you have some houses that are selling over that time frame, but the median point is 30. Now, why does this matter? Because the market speed is an indicator. So a low median days on the market could mean that houses are selling quicker. It also is a good expectation setter, if you will, for a seller to know from the time you list that property and you go under contract what that might look like. And also for a buyer, it would be good so that you could gauge the competition out there. Now, with that in mind, I'm going to preface it by saying that these median trends can always change based on the seasons that we're in. So you're going to see that as I navigate through some of the slides. So now let's discuss this one in front of us. The median days on the market for the United States. So typically sometimes when you're listening to things, they're talking about US. Here are the numbers in the US. So if you can see that it's circled in red, it's 70. So the median days on the market in the US is 70. Now, I always say this because why are we looking at the US and then we're going to look at something different? Because your local market matters. What is happening in your local market is the driving factor to decision making. So we're looking at Forsyth County in this first graph, and what we did was we went back to 2024 and did a whole look over the year so we could see how was 2024's performance month by month. And what we can see as a good indicator is the spring market that you hear about all the time was really a good performance in those lower days on the market for Forsyth County. So you can see all the way to December. December got a little bit up there in the median days on the market, but it's a good judging from US and what is happening in the local market. So it's a good indicator when you're looking at them side by side. Now, what we like to say is that real estate is hyper local. So now let's take one of the zip codes, which I took here was 30040. So we could see what's going on with that specific zip code in Forsyth County, because that county is a large county. We have a lot of large counties in Georgia, but particularly Forsyth County is large. So taking the one zip code and looking at it. So if you remember what the previous one looked like, this one looks a little bit different. In December, even though I have it circled for the spring market still, when you look at December, it's still performing pretty well. It's under 40 days. So when you're looking at some of the websites, when you're looking at homes, you're like, oh my goodness, these houses are sitting out a little bit longer. The median in this zip code is between 35 and 40 days. So that's the median mark. Some selling sooner and some selling over that mark. Always keep in mind too, even though we took this one zip code, that it does matter to the neighborhood, because there are some neighborhoods that are just going to always perform well because they're most desired neighborhoods. Moving to the next graph, we're going to look at Cherokee County. Same for Cherokee County, but look at this with the local data in Cherokee County. Look at February, March, April, May, and then June increased a little bit. And then look at September. September performed well also. So in Cherokee County, we have a little bit data set for the median days on the market. So you had some really good months in Cherokee County for 2024. Now let's look hyper local with Cherokee County. So in Cherokee, we looked at the zip code 30115. And now we can see how it performed in 2024. And again, in that zip code, we have the spring market, March, April, and May, which were some of the lower months. But when you jump over and look at November, it also was performing well for 2024. So it's a great indicator of what is going on when you hear some of those reports of here's what's going on in the US, but then you come back and you look at what's going on in your hyperlocal market. Now you have the real results in how the days on the market are performing in your area. I'm Mimi Jarena with Keller Williams Realty Community Partners. Let's connect if you have any questions. I am happy to help.